Welcome everyone. Let's start. We have a long program, and I'm basically to introduce you to the meetup and to FHIR. I sent a questionnaire. We have 10 responses, so I'll ask just one question. Who worked with FHIR? Who knows what FHIR is in the audience? So we have advanced audience and pretty much everyone. So we had the meetup last year. We wanted to make it more often. But anyway, so it was the whole year, and what happened during the last year, January 2nd, a new FHIR version, R4, was released. Global companies, I saw guys from Google and Apple both here, started offering solutions for FHIR. There are national HR projects in Europe and other countries also leveraging FHIR. FHIR was probably the most popular word at HIMSS show. So great traction. And FHIR is really becoming norm, not something just for pioneers, right? And it reduces the cost of integration. It unlocks the data and creates new business opportunities. And what are the FHIR use cases right now in real life we can find? So I analyzed just my subjective opinion, right? It's so I found 5 the most important. So first is patient access to data. Great example, Apple Health Kit, medical records, thousands of health organizations integrated, and patients, people get access to their healthcare data. I heard about similar projects for Android. I have no idea about the status. Anybody can Google Common Health and learn about it. There is an ONC and CMS proposed rule which increases the data set, and it's not signed yet, but again, from what I know, everybody is waiting it to be signed anytime soon. So what business opportunity patient access to data enables? The first thing comes to mind is B2C. Business can provide services to patients. I think more realistically it can be B2C to B, because patients don't really want to pay for services very often. But anyway, and patients are getting empowered with ability to decide what to do with their data and access it. The second big use case for FHIR is, which we can see in real world, is extending existing solutions for healthcare. So you can think about legacy system, or you can think about not very legacy system, but system which was designed without FHIR in mind, without API in mind. And so this system can organize an ecosystem, create an API facade, and build an ecosystem of modern web and mobile applications on top of this. And usually nowadays it's done with FHIR. Examples, Epic Cerner, Smart on FHIR galleries. It's important that this is a good beneficial thing for both sides. So these small companies that develop this modern applications, they can get to clients faster when they plugged into ecosystem which somebody big already built. And for a company which has like monolithic HR system, for instance, it's a way to reinvent themselves and transform themselves to a platform. So they can actually be more competitive, they can satisfy more users, and can be stronger on the market. My favorite use case that what my company does, it's we call it FHIR first application development. A lot of companies actually doing this nowadays. You can use FHIR as internal data model for as a foundation for new healthcare applications. So you can build solutions with FHIR inside, not just outside. A lot of benefits like interoperability. It's a good information model. It's a great community. It's a documented data model. So it's a great use case, and a lot of companies doing this. They're doing it to different degree. Like I know companies, like I heard Lumiata, for instance, using FHIR internally. They don't really use someone else's FHIR server. They use inspiration, looking at the information model, and they use it internally, make some decisions how to structure data. Somebody use FHIR server to build system. The use case number 4, because a lot of data is now created in FHIR format, started exported in FHIR format. Like there is a bulk data API, right, for FHIR. It is a good idea to, why would you transform this data to a different format if you can analyze it in FHIR, right? So there are efforts in the FHIR community to build SQL on FHIR. Google is doing these efforts. There was a project from Cerner. In my company, there are some efforts around this, like our platform has SQL API besides FHIR API. So there is a good opportunity to build analytics tools. There is no market leader for this, so I think it's a very early market, but I think it's a good business opportunity to build data analytics on FHIR. And last use case, also quite popular, especially in the FHIR community. Of course, a lot of tooling for FHIR can be produced. And I think one thing to mention right now is more and more domain-specific tooling. So companies, organizations building, like develop different domains, like specialties, etc., to make it like really deep with FHIR. FHIR creates a lot of business opportunity. It fixes the healthcare IT for sure. And I'm inviting you to join the FHIR community if you haven't done this yet. Learn and use FHIR. And so this FHIR meetup is basically an offline version of FHIR community. That's what we want it to be, right? So the main resource for online community is chatfhir.org. If somebody is not there yet, there are, I think, 20,000 people. Maybe I'm mistaken, but that's what I heard last time. This is our meetup group. We really want to have meetups every 2-3 months. That's what I said a year ago. It didn't happen. Like one thing I really have problems with was finding space. Like this time, really grateful to Human API for hosting this and like serving great food and drinks. There is also this WhatsApp chat link if somebody wants to be more active and discuss speakers, topics, different type of help. Please join WhatsApp group. So we need this help. So again, thanks to amazing host, Human API. They will speak right after me about Human API a little bit. I want to thank information sponsors. UCSF Health Hub and Health Technology Forum announced this meetup. Thanks to them. Help is welcome, so please be active. We really want this thing to go. Join WhatsApp group, and yeah. So thank you for coming today, and welcome.